Witam was ludzie z tej strony Sorwi, a my zaczynamy kolejne przygody w naszej Thaumaturze. Tym razem ruszamy w końcu z fabułą, czy najpierw ogarniemy sobie klątwę Golema, czyli na klątwę krwi, czy coś w tym stylu. Więc idziemy do synagogi, potem do Mordekaja i zobaczymy, co będzie dalej. Może w tym odcinku ogarnie się to i w następnym co innego. Pomów z rabinem. Dobra, zanim z rabinem pogadamy, to tak sobie przybiegnę do na szybkości. Czy coś tu idzie zgarnąć? No niestety nie. Dobra, siema rabin.
Hello.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you. Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet! You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
What's in the basement that's so frightening?
Hashem, something down there reeks so awful that...
Come now, don't be silly.
There are a few things we have to sort out soon, Rabbi Sofer.
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
I can't leave without an answer.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
Młody rabin, remont synagogi i niesforni robotnicy. Nic dziwnego, że rabin nie ma czasu porozmawiać, ma sporo na głowie. Spraw, by rabin z tobą porozmawiał. Ciach. Piotr na deszczówkę. Pęknięta ściana. Drabina. Stara wysłużona drabina. Podsumowanie. Remont synagogi. Robotnicy są bogobojni, ale w swej wierze doszli do odmiennych wniosków. Młodszy chce jak odnowić świątynię na boską chwałę. Starszy boi się, że naprawdę tego, co Bóg wolą... Kurde... Co Bóg wolą swą zniszczył, jest grzechem. Powinienem zadbać, żeby wyciężyła ta intencja, która jest mi na rękę. Coś jeszcze tu jest? No nie. Młodszy, bierz się do roboty i tyle.
Buck up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem is afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about Sofer. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
So, I'll go on my own, and show that Hashem protects me against curses in Hashem's domain.
On your own. You can seal up your daddy's barn, right? Fine, let's go.
You've gotten the better of me again, Hashem. Your tests still surprise me, but if this is your will, I think Hashem has sent you to me. Who are you?
I'm a Thaumaturge, Rabbi. And I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge.
Mogę do tej piwnicy zejść? A to skąd kancelaria? A tu jest piwnica. Hej, do piwnicy, pierdyle. Co takiego w tej piwnicy jest przerażającego? Oprócz dziwnych drzwi. O, dziękować. Przeczytaj.
Please, tell me what problem brought you here.
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Thaumaturge, golems belong to Kabbalah, and you're forbidden from knowing anything about them. It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, or in good faith, for protection. But they all end rather badly.
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting his children as well.
A curse is a serious accusation, you know. I find it hard to believe Sofer would do such a thing. Do you think this has something to do with a golem?
I don't know. Did the old rabbi perhaps leave some things here? May I take a look at them?
Yes, here you are. All his books are here. I don't think I threw anything out. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, he must have been a powerful thaumaturge and Kabbalist.
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him to do so. In legends, the golem is a terrible punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But I think it's an offense against Hashem, and revenge is no justice.
How can I stop a golem?
To summon it to life, you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body. That leaves mes, which means death. But I don't know how much truth is in that.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject. I fear for your soul.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi.
Dobra. Książka. Recepta. Nadgryzione wieczne pióro. Porcelanowa filiżanka. I tyle.
Rabbi?
I'm listening.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi. Was something troubling him?
He had heart problems. The local pharmacist would even bring him some kind of special medicine.
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horowitz. But now his pharmacy is sitting empty.
Let me guess. He's dead?
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Others claim it was the Ochrana's doing. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
Mordechai Chayat. Do you know that name, Rabbi?
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf, but I admit he doesn't really come to see me. Maybe there are other things I could be of more help with.
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for...
Dobra. Zbadaj aptekę. Już tu w tej aptece byłem kiedyś. Nic ciekawego tu nie było na tak pierwszy rzut. Do tej pilnicy coś czuję, że będziemy później wracać jeszcze. Kurde, ten wskaźnik jest dziwny. Raz pokazuje dobrze, raz gorzej. Dech. Zaregulowana apteka. Okna są zapite deskami. Próg pokrywa gruba warstwa kurzu. Ciach. Parapet. Widać na nim kółka od szklanek i kubków. Ktoś tu nie używał podkładki. I ostatnia rzecz. Puste opakowanie po pomadzie. Podsumowanie. Winny Stanisława Mordechaj ominął ojca od zniesienia Abrahama Horowica, ale nie jest na całej prawdy. Horowicz był zamierzony niebezpieczną grę pomiędzy socjalistami i ochraną, która prędzej czy później naraziła na niebezpieczną wiele osób. Stanisław Szulski pozbył się też z nią, ale zrobił to w imię większego dobra. No to warto było tu zajrzeć. Mamy powody przypuszczać, dlaczego Mordechaj nasłał na ojca Golema, na Stasia. Ciekawe, czy to faktycznie on nasłał, czy jednak rabin. Ciara. A tak z ciekawości w sumie. For fun sobie tak wbiję. No nie, nikogo nie ma. Byłem ciekaw, czy ktoś tu mieszka. Ty, chłopa w ogóle to założyłem na dachu, który siedzi. Ha!
You're talking nonsense!
By Abraham's beard, that's the way it was.
Mogę przerwać?
Did you hear about Praga? I'm at the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Powiśle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Leave us alone. Did you wander in here by mistake? You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
I was interested in this giant you mentioned to the fishmonger.
I can't help you. Rabbis are the ones who deal with golems.
I didn't say anything about a golem.
I'm afraid I can't help you. And now, if you'd like...
You were curious how my father died. Beneath the ruins of a building in Miejsce.
That's awful. How did it happen?
I'm glad you're asking. A remarkable death, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
You're not...
I don't have to
I'm leaving now.
Fair.
Zrobimy monetę. Wspólna fotografia w biurze. Podsumowanie. Stanisław i Mordechaj był przyjacielem i współpracownikiem ojca, aż do czasu, aż Stanisław zrobi coś, co wywoła w nim nienawiść, cokolwiek to było. Popchnęło Mordechaj do wsteczności i prosił rabina Sofera o uczczenie klątw Golema. Niestety po śmierci ojca klątwa przyszła na mnie. Dzięki, tato. No to sobie pogadamy, mój kolego.
Is there something else you need?
Let's talk about your relationship with my father.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all stains are easy to remove, especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
I know about the pharmacist.
Beg your pardon?
All this is because Abraham Horowitz, isn't it? He lost his life, and the whole community felt it. Seems like you did most of all. I just don't get why Horowitz was so important to you.
Community. Something you Shulskis don't know a thing about. Here, we take care of everyone equally. No one is more or less important than anyone else. Your father's punishment was fitting for his actions and his background. The wrath of the Jewish people. A death for a death.
Was it worth it? A golem is a blunt instrument that kills and harms everyone in reach.
What are you talking about?
You wanted to teach my father a lesson, and you did. It's too bad innocent people died in the process. The building that collapsed on Stanisław, which was inhabited by people, now all that's left of them are some damaged items. That's what happens every time the golem physically manifests. Random people lose their lives due to its untamed power.
No, it can't be. It wasn't supposed to be that way.
You'll see for yourself if you do something for me.
What do you want?
To get rid of the golem. Tell me something, anything, that will get me closer to a solution.
Instead of telling you, I'll show you.
Where? Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
Yes, let's go.
Czyli
We'll
piwnica.
stop to get Feldman. He should see this too.
Ciach. Kolumna. Zniszczona ściana. Beczuła. Wiadro z gliną, pewnie do stworzenia tego. Zapisany materiał. I podsumowanie. Podziemia synagogi. To tu powstał golem, który dogonił i zabił mojego ojca, a teraz ściga mnie. Myślałem, że salutorzy nie mogą mieć fizycznej postaci, ale myliłem się. Dzięki kabale i nienawiści nawet fundamentalne prawa Thaumaturge mogą zostać nagięte. Nie odkręcę tego sam, potrzebuję sprzymierzeńca.
So,
No wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. If I'd... Now I see it differently, but back then, when I was talking to Sofer, revenge and justice seemed one and the same.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger, and in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the golem. What else do you want to know?
What do you remember from the moment you summoned the golem?
Nothing. I don't want to go back to that.
Your memory takes shape and forms into words. Talk to me, Mordechai.
I feel cold. Cold from the clay seeps into my fingers, into my bones. But the colossus I've been sculpting for hours is nearly ready. Sofer whispers the spell in Hebrew, but his words throb in my temples and soul. The colossus comes to life and looks at me.
What did Sofer say then?
I don't know.
Speak!
I couldn't hear, I swear. I couldn't hear. Truly. Enough, I beg you. Enough. Your family and your blood deserve this curse. Enough.
Hayat. How could Sofer have done something like this? And you, sir, how are you not ashamed?
Maybe I've treated Hayat unfairly.
You made him relive all that. That's torture.
I wanted to know. Anything might help us get rid of the golem.
Even so.
This place won't tell me any more.
And what have you learned?
The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
The clay formed a shell that Sofer infused with the saluter. Hayat brought it and spent hours shaping the body of the golem.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations? These are the remains of some fabric that Sofer wrote something on, in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Sofer.
A thaumaturge and a kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
Well, there is someone. Normally, I'd advise against contacting him, but after considering these extraordinary circumstances, and with trust in your choice of a path to lead me down, I'm compelled to reveal that it's Ariel Rofe.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me, but I'll look for him.
Mercy rebuilds bridges.
I think I know where Rafa would tell me to shove that.
All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Shall we?
Let's get out of here.
Wielki Rejfa. Skontaktuj się. Gdzie my to? A, bo tu jest ta, a dorożka, dobra. Przed walką z golemem coś czuję, że będę musiał sobie save'nąć, bo jest tu achievement, żeby go złapać. Ten podpraski czy tu? Dobra, idziemy na Powiśle. Co ja chciałem skończyć? Słowom. Bo ja sobie muszę sobie oddanie, bo jest achievement związany z oddaniem. Golema. Więc tak samo jak było z Jeanem, że mogłem go zabrać albo oddać. Więc tu będzie coś identycznego. Skarga. Serio? No to zrobię sobie ten questik szybki, mam nadzieję.
Well, there we have it.
Dobra, już mi się tego nie chce czytać. To do południowej gry wtoczenie fajki, bo na browarowej 5A. Uznaj czy nie? Nie, do południa trzeba czekać. Przy okazji?
I wonder exactly.
Nie, to samo. Do południa. A, po południu, dobra. Dobra. Dobra.
Quiet this time.
What the? Ale tu spokojnie.
Bored? Then go ask that uniform what he's doing here. Or tell him to skidoo.
Hey, fancy pants! Fuck off!
Hang on. You lost, officer?
Hang on! That's the mama's boy of Śródmieście.
They dubbed me the son of Śródmieście, if I remember correctly.
Easy enough to check.
Aha. Spoko. Dobra, Leluś. No to fajne kombo sobie zrobimy. Wkroczenie wpływ, zaatakuje lub krampusem. Przywraca co rundę. Dobra. Moment. Nie tym, tylko nią, bo to ich wszystkich spowolni. I to. Pięknie. Wesuś. Akcja, reakcja. Dobra, ten to już sobie padnie. Tutaj bukacz. Cierpienie. Dobra, ja cię wyrypnę. Dobra. Coś miał takie... Aha, nie, za długie. Chcę tak krótkie, żeby go przerwać. Jakby mi się udało przerwać, to mam kolejny achievement z głowy. Pięknie. Jak tu nie kochać, kurde, umiejętności przerywania. I proszę.
Hang on! That's enough!
You're the son of a bitch of Śródmieście!
I'm looking for Ariel Rofe.
All right, I don't know. Just tell him something.
Take a look at Różycki Bazaar. He's got this sorta Geschäft there.
Thanks.
A coś
They're
tu,
right to call this place the dungeon.
a coś tu mogę znaleźć jeszcze. Zbadaj. Świat byłby lepszy. A, bójka, dobra. Bijatyczki, że mi pod rysunek. Miło. No nie. Nie ma tu nic. A jak miło mi, że achievement mi wpadł, jeśli chodzi o to. Pod walkę. To się nazywa fuks. Powiem szczerze. To był większy fuks niż bym się spodziewał. Jakby nie to, że miałem fuksa po prostu, to bym nie miał tego achievementa, a tak na fuksie, na głupim szczęściu udało się trafić na to, żeby przeciwnik nawet raz mnie nie uderzył. No i spoko. Jeszcze 15. Ty, tu mi wygania. Portmonetka. Końcówka cygara. Kartka w witrynie masarni. Pusta butelka. Dobra, już widzę, gdzie to jest.
That wasn't too hard.
I skrzynia z butelkami wódki. Podsumowanie. Poszukiwany kabelista, bazar Różycki, ten cały magik to nikt inny tylko Ariel Four i trzeba by mu przyznać leczenie się całym bazarem. Wygląda to, że w zamkniętej masarni założy świetnie prosperujący punkt bimbrowniczy. Warto tam zapukać. Co za alkus?
Where do you think you're going, pretty boy?
I'm looking for someone. They say he's got a business here.
Do the smart thing and hit the road. Go on, fuck off.
You talk just like the friend I'm looking for.
I'm asking you nicely, capisce? Bid it!
Am I wrong, or are you guarding a closed butcher's store? This is Ariel Rofe's Geschäft, right?
I'll check you the hell out in a minute and we'll be done.
I'm looking for Ariel Rofe.
Then you can double fuck off, you fucking dummkopf!
You'll attract more attention with that shouting.
Bozo, for I get my club. You're not gonna tell me how to do my job, you flibbit and raggedy sot. Beat it!
but I know Ariel's got his hideout here. I even know which copper's hands he greases.
I don't know about no bribes, you
Provocateur?
Fuck off.
I swear, I know this is Ariel's hideout.
Know how to read? It says butcher's shop.
Sure, it's extra kosher, because there's no meat at all in there. Come on, every bum at Różyc reeks of booze from this place.
And when they come here, I'll tell them to fuck off.
Please, I just want a word with Ariel.
Ogras, how come he's still standing here mouthing off at you?
It's me, Victor.
Shulsky, I remember. Fuck off.
So, should I give him what for, boss?
Do what you want.
I'll be right back.
But Ogras, maybe don't take on the son of Shrut Miejsce on your own, yeah?
I'll call you a priest if you want.
Co za debil. Dobra, upyrek. Coś mi chce walnąć? Chce. Dobra. To tak. Temu pierdyknę od razu. Okej, dobra. I teraz tak, leluś. Tu mam lewkanie? Tak. I przekazanie. Mam ile? 17% szans, że go zabiję. Dobra, liczę na to 17. Dobra, ale krwawienie mu przekazałem, więc powinno zdziałać trochę. Bukaczew, skowet. Kończący argument, dobra. Jeśli Bukaczew go... Nie, na tym. Bukaczew go wyłączy. Mu cechę. I teoretycznie powinien mu zadać większe obrażenia. Dobra. Dokładnie.
All right, leave him be.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Shulsky. Let's get out of sight. But if anything starts shaking, I'll shoot you.
Don't stare. That way.
This whole butcher's shop is a cover, right?
None of your business. Got a problem? Take a seat.
Dobra, jeszcze pogadajmy z nim na koniec odcinka, a potem sobie skończymy.
Sit down. Tell me why you're bothering me. How exactly did you find me?
Very inventive hiding spot. And a nice place.
We've got our own little store here with different varieties. I'm just doing my best to unload it efficiently. Don't waste my time.
It wasn't such a huge challenge.
Who squealed?
There are traces all over the dungeon. You're not being very careful.
If you want something out of me, you better get to the ass-kissing part. Say what you want.
Why do they call that bruiser Oguras?
He's got a green pecker from untreated pox with these little bumps like on those little cocktail gherkins.
I hope he gets well soon.
I'll pass that on. That everything?
I've got a certain problem, and I'd like to get rid of it quickly.
Is it made of clay and weighs 2 tons when it shows up? So you got sick of running back and forth across Kervich Bridge?
I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Golems aren't great at swimming, remember? Since it's following you, going across a bridge would force it to... Forget it. I can see why you can't deal with it on your own.
I need the knowledge of a Kabbalist. Your knowledge.
I think I have at least a few reasons to say no, don't I? The main one is the death of my business partner and best friend.
I didn't know a golem was after me.
You shouldn't have shown up at the dungeon that day at all.
You shouldn't have taken that job. I don't have time, Ariel. We both know that only you can help me. You can keep tormenting me, but are you going to tell me something or not?
I can torment you and tell you. A golem is a salutor like any other, but housed in a physical form. But you attract it and bind it in the same way.
So you need to discern the flaw of the person it's following and then defeat it.
Well done. The difference being that it's following blood first and the flaw second. But first you have to deprive the golem of its physical body, the shell in which the salutor is housed. You also need to know where the ritual was conducted, because that's the only place you can do it. Good luck.
So, apart from my family's blood, the golem is attracted to my initial flaw, right?
Initial? So how many have you got?
I've got plenty. I have a really handsome number of salutors.
You're lying. You'd have lost your mind.
If you say so. How can I get rid of that clay shell it has?
You can't. For that you need a Kabbalist. Moi. I know the incantation for the Berur ritual.
What?
Instructions for reversing the evil eye, cleansing body and soul, and hiding from the unwanted, but why should I explain them to you?
I'm guessing this will cost me something. Money? A favor? A further humiliation?
We'll see.
I know the place the golem was summoned. The basement of Nozick Synagogue.
So, Sofer managed to do it?
Thank you. So we're going into the basement of a synagogue, where you'll use Kabbalah to strip the golem of its physical form, right? Then I'll bind it and free myself from its curse?
Not quite. The golem is mine.
What do you need the golem for?
None of your business.
You want revenge. That's very sentimental if you think about it.
Another word, and you'll be looking for a new Kabbalist.
Over my dead body.
Very possibly. But as you said, you've got a lot of salutors. This one won't make a difference to you. And you'll never hear me say, fuck off, again.
And what about my flaw? If I lose my initial flaw, I'll lose contact with my initial salutor, right?
Could be yes, could be no. I don't know. Want to find out?
No.
Unless you've got a long line of relatives with flaws?
Just me.
Too bad.
Actually, I have a twin.
An unexpected development. Does she carry a flaw?
I don't know.
So find out.
Let's wrap this up. We've got a deal.
A toast? A very successful batch. We haven't shipped everything out yet.
This won't make me go blind, will it?
The risk is part of the fun.
L'chaim.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Jakie cienie jest dziwne.
Ready?
Let's get this over with.
Godspeed. Find that flaw of Ligia's.
Okej, i w tym miejscu zakończymy. Cześć, czołem, nara i hej!